these opportunities are now available to students because, of course, even we need the assistance of juniors on a day-to-day basis, and it's not very easy to get interns on board, of course, on a day-to-day basis, because there's a lot of research involved. So
Yeah.
unlike the corporate practice, there is a lot of advisory work here. Whether it's about the statutory compliances, or it's about even so it's not just strictly the 44 central laws I mentioned or the state laws. We also deal with the employee stock options, which is again a corporate law aspect, but pertains to employees, and that is why the employment lawyers come into picture. Employment, whether it's employee stock options or other incentive plans, there's a lot of research involved, because these areas are not really, these are new again, and we receive a lot of queries from even startups who would want to come up with the best employee incentive program, and that's when we need the assistance of interns, and the demand is really high, and the students are not, I mean, the number of students who would be interested in joining would be less. So of course, even the HR is accommodating. If there's any accommodation in a corporate team is very difficult these days, because everyone wants to venture into that field. But if you're interested in employment law and you place a request before the HR that you specifically want to work with this in this area, they would definitely accommodate, because this is a relatively new practice, still flourishing and booming. So these requests are definitely accommodated. Another aspect I would like to highlight here is that, given this is a niche practice, you won't find dedicated employment practices in all major law firms. The three law firms that have a very good employment practice are Nishit Desai, Trilegal, and Khaitan & Co. As far as other major law firms are concerned, be it Cyril Amachan Mangaldas or AZB, as we discussed before as well, the corporate partners themselves deal with these employment-related issues, but you won't find a separate practice. So as I mentioned, in the tier 1, you have these three firms. And also, I would like to highlight that all the three law firms I mentioned, they do not have a pan-India presence. For instance, if you see Trilegal, it is considered one of the best employment practices in the country, but it is focused majorly in the Bangalore region. So you won't find an employment practice in their Bombay office or their Delhi or Gurgaon offices. So again, it's very region specific. Khaitan is one exception, because it has recently developed its employment practice in Delhi and Bangalore as well. Bombay always had one, I mean, for the past few years. So that's the scene with respect to the top. So as far as my limited knowledge goes here, I've heard that Shardul Amachan and Cyril Amachan Mangaldas are also trying to build a specific employment practice. But as things stand today, these three are the relevant firms where, if you want to really build a career in employment law, you should look out for opportunity.